Sage?
Hmm?
What are we going to do right now? Wow, that's interesting. What are we going to do?
Play a game.
Play a game. Do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
You too.
Okay, you can start while I explain. We have a 6 rod and a bunch of little rods that are smaller than 6. Sage is going to see how many combinations she can come up with that will equal 6. But she can't repeat any, right, Sage?
Mm-hmm.
Can't do the same one twice. So she's got 3, 1, 2. She's got 4 and 2. Let's see what else she comes up with here. So this is going to teach her about number bonds. It will also teach her, does that work? Well, that does, but uh-oh, you repeated.
Oh.
Now what are you going to do?
I think we would need a 3, sorry.
You can still use the 3. You could just move it. Okay, here we go. Perfect. This shows what I wanted to say. Okay, now here she is learning. Oh boy.
It's being crazy.
Being crazy, that's right. Okay, keep going. She's learning the commutative property of addition.
We need one.
And that only means that, yeah, use that orange. The commutative property of addition means you can add numbers in any order and they will always come out to the same number. So here we have 3, 1, 2. She also sees that she can do 2, 1, 3. So you can switch those numbers around. You can commute them or move them, and they still add up to the same number. So of course I'm not making her remember the terms commutative property or anything, but this is just helping her to develop that intuitive sense of commutivity, if that's a word. All right, 2 and 2 and 2. And now here's the beginnings of the understanding of multiplication and division, because we have 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 divided by 6 divided by 2 is 3. I'm not telling her that at this point, but this is just developing that intuitive understanding inside her. And here we have 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 divided by 3 is 2.
Wow.
Whoa, you know what? I think we need some type of like little tray or something to keep this in. All right, we got a little box top to make this a little easier so it wouldn't float all over our table. So Sage is considering some more possibilities here. What you gonna do, Pickle?
Let's try. School's ready.
You're cute. Okay, so she's seeing that numbers are made up of other numbers. 6 is made up of 3 and 1 and 2, or 6 is made up of 1 and 4 and 1. And there are many different combinations that we can have. What's next?
I think we have lots of ones here.
Yeah, lots of ones, because I knew ahead of time you'd need a lot of them. We could have just left them all with the other longer rods, and that would have made it a little more difficult.
Get some in that box. There's 2 in.
No, we're okay. Let's see, you haven't used any yellows yet. Do you think yellow would work? Is there a 5 in 6? Oh, there is a 5 in 6, but you also need something else. What do you need? And actually, if you think about it, this is division with remainders. How many 5s are in 6? 6 divided by 5 is 1 with remainder 1. Or you can say 1 with remainder of 1/5, because this is 1/5 of our 5. So all kinds of things that this activity starts developing the understanding for. It's a very good one to do. You can have kids race for 5 minutes and see who can get the most combinations that are not repeated. Hi. You can do larger numbers, makes it much more complicated. Anything you can think of, this is just a really good activity to work on with kids.